Greetings, treasured companions. With the advent of ubiquitous video recording and streaming, the boundaries between public and private spheres have blurred. Particularly for celebrities, the lines between their private and public lives have blurred to an alarming degree. When we see famous people's families develop before our eyes, we can't help but feel as though we're a part of it. However, the younger generations are especially vulnerable to the unforgiving stare that comes with being in the public eye. The tale I want to share today sheds light on the harsh reality of this kind of scrutiny. Kelly Ripa, her stunning daughter Lola, and an apparently harmless incident that swiftly descended into a public scrutiny, shattering a young woman's fragile spirit. A bikini shot is simply one little part of this. The film delves deeply into issues of body image, cyberbullying, parental protection, and the distressing truth of navigating the era of instantaneous, frequently harsh, internet criticism. The Conwellos family, Kelly, Mark, and their 3 children have been our eyes and ears for a long time, and they've always been kind and funny when they shared bits of their family life. Their only daughter, Lola Conwellos, had the unusual burden of growing up with 2 famous parents. Throughout her life, from her charming live appearances as a young girl until her college graduation, Lola has been an inspiration in her poise and wisdom. Kelly is a feisty and protective mother who has always stressed the significance of privacy and building a healthy self-image for her children, particularly Lola. She is often lauded for her strong sense of self and independent spirit. She has been vocal about the challenges that young women encounter, and her daughter's happiness has always been her first concern. In contrast, Lola kept a low profile despite her parents' popularity and frequently opted for a more private path than her brothers. Under the unsaid public scrutiny, she was a young woman coming into her own as she navigated the difficult terrain of puberty and discovered her voice. What should have been a restful family vacation turned out to be anything but a rare opportunity to take a break from their hectic life. A chance to do nothing, soak up some rays, and make some lasting memories. Much like other parents nowadays, Kelly wanted to capture a moment of her lovely daughter Lola having fun at the beach, so she took a picture. It depicted a lively, self-assured young woman out enjoying a summer day. As is typical for famous parents who want to give their fans a glimpse into their lives, Kelly posted this snapshot to social media in an overwhelming feeling of delight and pride as a parent. No malicious purpose or intention of causing controversy existed. It was merely a mother honoring her daughter. Unfortunately, even the most harmless deeds can be used as a weapon in the critical realm of internet discussion. What Kelly meant as a heartfelt celebration of her daughter's self-assurance and attractiveness turned out to be the catalyst for an unanticipated and excruciatingly painful conflagration. Positive comments on Lola's inherent attractiveness and Kelly's heartfelt message dominated the first impressions of the photo. However, a darker undercurrent emerged as the image gained momentum. Rather of praising Lola's positive attitude, the anonymous comments began to pile up and began to criticize her swimsuit. The word "too revealing" started to creep up on people sneakily and then violently. An online storm erupted over a young woman's appearance and choices, with people relentlessly passing judgment on her without asking for her opinion or providing any. The remarks were brutal, criticizing Lola's looks and what was seen as her lack of modesty while also assaulting Kelly's parenting. A private moment of happiness became a public spectacle of negativity as a vicious cycle of public shaming was fostered by the anonymity of the internet. Those familiar with the frequently vicious world of internet comments were nonetheless shocked by the amount and severity of the criticism. Lola was quite engaged on social media, as the majority of young folks are. All of the remarks were visible to her. Bewilderment gave way to shock, then shame, and eventually, excruciating agony. Imagining this scenario with you, my dear friends, is like waking up in the middle of a heated online argument. Unknown people dissecting your body, your decisions, and your identity. Lola, who had always kept her head held high, was suddenly humiliated, exposed, and hurt. She drew back, avoiding online interactions. The assault diminished her normally lively energy. Instead of the carefree delight of her holiday photo, she felt a terrible burden of self-consciousness.